Hello fellow gardeners and welcome back to the Humus Heritage. If you've been following along on this journey with us, you know we're all about working smarter in the garden, not harder. Today, we're diving into something that's going to fundamentally transform how you think about feeding your plants. Imagine walking past the fertilizer aisle at your local garden center without a second glance, knowing your garden is already getting everything it needs naturally, abundantly, and for virtually no cost. That reality is closer than you think, and it starts with understanding what's really happening beneath your feet. Let's talk honestly about what's been happening in our gardens for generations. We've been conditioned to believe that healthy plants require regular applications of synthetic fertilizers, those brightly colored bags promising explosive growth and bountiful harvests. The reality, however, is far more complex and considerably less appealing. Every year, fertilizer prices climb higher while the quality of our soil mysteriously declines. We're pouring money into products that provide a quick nutrient boost, but do absolutely nothing to build long-term soil health. In fact, these chemical inputs actively harm the intricate underground ecosystem that naturally supports plant growth. The beneficial fungi, bacteria, and earthworms that should be feeding your plants are being systematically destroyed by the very products marketed as essential for garden success. Here's what the fertilizer companies don't advertise. Your plants evolved over millions of years without synthetic nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium formulations. They developed sophisticated relationships with soil organisms that mine nutrients from organic matter, transport water, and minerals directly to root systems, and even communicate threats throughout the garden. When we bypass these natural systems with chemical shortcuts, we're not just wasting money, we're breaking the elegant mechanisms that create truly resilient, self-sustaining gardens. Walk into any mature forest and observe what's happening on the ground. You'll never find a gardener applying fertilizer, yet the trees tower overhead, understory plants flourish, and the soil is rich, dark, and teeming with life. This isn't magic, it's the result of a continuous decomposition process where organic materials break down directly where they fall, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of nutrient enrichment. This is the revolutionary approach we're bringing to your garden, and it's called the forest floor mulching method. At the heart of this system is something most gardeners have been taught to ignore: fungal decomposition. While traditional composting relies heavily on bacterial breakdown in hot piles, the forest floor method cultivates extensive mycelial networks throughout your garden beds. These fungal threads, which can extend for miles beneath the soil surface, act as nature's nutrient highway. They break down woody, carbon-rich materials that bacteria struggle with, and they form symbiotic relationships with plant roots called mycorrhizae. Through these connections, fungi literally trade nutrients they've mined from decomposing organic matter in exchange for sugars from your plants. It's an elegant partnership that eliminates the need for any external inputs. The transformation this method creates is genuinely remarkable. Gardens using this approach develop soil that's spongy, dark, and fragrant, the kind of earth that crumbles perfectly in your hands and seems almost alive. Plants grown in these conditions show dramatically improved resilience to pests, diseases, and weather stress, because they're accessing a complete spectrum of nutrients in the ratios nature intended, not the simplified NPK formula stamped on fertilizer bags. Implementing this system is surprisingly straightforward, though it does require a shift in thinking. Instead of removing organic materials from your garden to decompose elsewhere, you're going to start building layers directly on your beds, mimicking how nature accumulates and processes organic matter. The foundation of this approach is diversity. You're not simply dumping one type of mulch and walking away, you're creating a lasagna of different materials that break down at varying rates and contribute different benefits. Start with a weed-suppressing base layer of cardboard or several sheets of newspaper laid directly over your existing soil, or even over grass you want to convert into garden space. This barrier will eventually decompose, but gives you a head start by smothering existing vegetation. Next, add what I call the fertile layer. approximately 2 to 3 inches of nitrogen-rich materials like grass clippings from an untreated lawn, shredded leaves, or finished compost. This layer provides immediately available nutrients while the slower components of your system establish themselves. Finally, top everything with a protective carbon-rich layer of wood chip straw or additional leaves to a depth of 4 to 6 inches. The critical mistake many gardeners make when transitioning to this system is expecting overnight results. Building a functioning soil ecosystem takes time, typically a full growing season before you see the complete transformation. During this establishment phase, particularly if you're using fresh wood chips, you might notice slight yellowing in some plants as the decomposition process temporarily ties up available nitrogen. This is easily addressed by adding a thin layer of compost or grass clippings, which provide a quick nitrogen boost while your fungal network develops. Don't let this temporary adjustment discourage you. You're investing in long-term soil health that will pay dividends for years. What makes this method truly revolutionary isn't just the elimination of fertilizer purchases, it's the cascade of additional benefits that emerge as your system matures. Water management becomes dramatically easier because that thick organic layer acts like a sponge absorbing rainfall and irrigation, then slowly releasing it to plant roots. Gardeners using this method consistently report cutting their watering frequency in half or more, even during hot, dry periods. This moisture retention also moderates soil temperature, keeping roots cooler in summer and warmer in winter, which extends your growing season and reduces plant stress. Weed suppression is another remarkable advantage that saves countless hours of tedious labor. That deep mulch layer physically prevents weed seeds from reaching the soil surface and germinating, while any that do manage to sprout are easily pulled from the soft, moist mulch without back-breaking effort. As your soil biology flourishes, you'll notice earthworms multiplying throughout your beds. These industrious creatures pull organic matter deeper into the soil profile, creating channels that improve drainage and aeration, while depositing nutrient-rich castings throughout the root zone. So, the path to a thriving, self-sustaining garden isn't found in the fertilizer aisle. It's actually waiting in the organic materials all around you. Wood chips from local arborists, leaves from your autumn cleanup, straw from agricultural suppliers, and even grass clippings from your weekend mowing are all potential building blocks for a garden ecosystem that, feeds itself. By embracing the forest floor method, you're not just saving money on fertilizers, you're actually creating resilient soil that improves year after year, supports abundant plant growth, and, honestly, requires less work from you. If this approach resonates with you and you're ready to transform your gardening practice, I encourage you to subscribe to the Humus Heritage channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos on advanced mulching techniques and seasonal application strategies. And hey, share this video with fellow gardeners who are ready to break free from fertilizer dependence, and let's build a community of growers who understand that the best gardens grow from healthy soil, not expensive inputs. Your fertilizer-free future is waiting, and it starts with a simple layer of organic mulch.